used to believe that success was only related to financial part, because that's what we see, especially on social media. When you want the best for you and you want to work on yourself, you will be kind and nice to others as well. But if you're unhappy with yourself, if deep down there are so many complaints, so many why this happened to me, why, and not how I'll get better, how I can make this better, how can I make my relationships better, I can't be around those people anymore. Hello guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and I'm your friend. Welcome to Healthy Habits. I'm so happy that you're here. Today we're gonna do another Q&A. The questions that I asked to AI, I've done part 1, part 2. This is just gonna be a new one. It's not gonna be necessarily related to the other version, other videos, don't worry, but I'm gonna put the link below either way. So last time it was very interesting for me. Because it was like much deeper questions that we are used to asking ourselves, and that's why I really loved. As a coach, I always ask deep questions to others. I don't respond those to myself. Well, not in that level, deep level, of course. But I already have questions. I didn't read much, so we're gonna get started. I am so happy. I love this kind of videos, and of course, I have my water per usual. But yeah, so we're gonna answer to some questions. Get cozy, have your healthy snacks, and let's dive in. What was a moment when you hit a plateau and how did you break through it? I'm thinking, this is hard. I think for me it was when I just didn't know what I want to do. Should I start YouTube channel? Should I don't? Should I do this? Should I don't? And I was feeling, maybe not hit a plateau, but I was feeling stuck. And then, you know, usually when I talk about the noise in my head got louder and louder. So about, let's say, just an example about YouTube channel. So I started because the voice inside of me was getting so loud. By the way, it's morning time here, so I'm a little bit sleepy, but I'm ready. So yeah, the voice inside of me was getting just louder, and there was a moment that switched in me that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna listen to myself, because if not, like, I'm constantly thinking about it. You know, one thing that you constantly think about and you just can't think about anything else. That's what happened to me. And I think that was just a sign for me to finally start something. So I think the switch, what was the question? How I did break through it is just by listening to myself, listening to my voice, listening to my intuition, that there are things that I need to do. So I did it. You know what I mean? Yeah, because you always know what you need to do. You just need to put into action. Anyway, this is a long answer per usual, but that's an example that I can give it to you. Another one. What belief about your own limits did you challenge and change this year? Wow. I'm not used to, guys. I mean, I would ask this question to others, but myself, okay. What belief about your own limits did you challenge and change this year? That I am capable of doing anything I put my mind into. Literally. That was one of the hardest challenge for me. That I can do it. I don't know how it works. If we go back to YouTube, I didn't know how it worked. Like, okay, creating a channel, then how do you upload it? Like, you know, those things. Yes, I did once, a few times, like a few years ago, but still, like, YouTube has changed. Before, there was not such thing as YouTube Studio or whatever it's called. Like, I don't know how would people just upload their videos, but it was so different. Visually, it was so different back 10 years ago than now. So for me, it's like, I told myself multiple times that I believe in myself. Well, I believe in myself. As humans, we always want to doubt ourselves, because we are like, since we are kids, it's like nobody really like build that in us, that we can do anything. And I don't blame the parents, although we always should encourage our kids. It's human. Even we encourage our kids, they're going to go to kindergarten, they're going to school, and other people will make them feel and believe otherwise, unfortunately. So that's why it's important to be a role model and an example for not just your kids or future kids, just in general. So the people that can look up to you, they know that, oh, she or he, I see that they believe in themselves, so I can believe in myself too. So that was the biggest thing that I worked on this year, but it's something that you work on it. It's not like one day you will wake up and you will be like, I believe in myself or I want to change my life. No. So yeah, I love this. That question. How do you bounce back when you feel overwhelmed or unfocused? Well, I feel like for me, it's like two different things. Overwhelmed. If I feel overwhelmed, it's a sign for me that I need to be alone. Now, as an introvert, that's how we recharge, right? By being alone. If you're an extrovert, it's going to be totally another experience for you. I can't speak for that because I'm not an extrovert by nature. But as an introvert, it's like, I know when I'm getting overwhelmed, I know like, okay, I need to step outside or whatever, or put my podcast on. From the people that I listen to, usually it's my lad's podcast, and just be with myself, listen to myself, or go for my walk or work out. Because I know that once I do that, it's going to be much, much, much better. The overwhelmness will decrease. If I don't listen to my body or I don't know myself enough to feel like I'm overwhelmed, I'm going to be extra overwhelmed. That's why it's important to know yourself. That's why it's important to know that, okay, where is the point? Where's my limit? If I work 7-8 hours per day and after that I feel overwhelmed and the next day as well and then the following day as well, ask yourself why. Because even if you do something that you love, you will get overwhelmed. People are like, no, you can't get burnout when you do something that you love. We are humans. Oh, really? We are robots? Do you think we are robots? Because something that you love, that you do, of course, it's a good sign. It's a good job. I'm happy for you. But we are not robots. We can work 24/7. We need that time to recharge our batteries. For some people, it might be being alone. For others, it's the opposite. They need to be surrounded with people that they enjoy, that they love. For others, it might be, again, I don't know, listening to music, going out on the weekends, nice dinners or whatever, going out on the weekends. Like, it depends on each person. I can't tell you right or wrong examples, but for me, overwhelmness, it's when I feel overwhelmed. Hope you don't hear noises. For me, overwhelmness, it's, I'm trying to be alone with myself so I don't feel more overwhelmed, and usually it helps. And how do you bounce back? And the second part is, how do you bounce back when you feel unfocused? I do other things. It's simple as that. If I do a task, which is 25 minutes, I've talked about here multiple times, the Pomodoro, what it's called? Clock? What it's called? I'll put it here. 25 minutes on and then a few minutes off and then again, and you repeat the cycle. Usually I repeat a few times, but it depends again of each person. So 25 minutes on. When I do a task for 25 minutes, I already know that I need to be focused. But then I take like few minutes break, and then I come back, and if I need to continue the task and I feel like, okay, I'm still focused, I'll continue. But I see if I'm not focused, I'll do another task, which helps me a lot because my focus, it's okay, something new is here. Or again, I'll recharge myself, I'll go for my walk and I'll come back, and after a walk or after a workout, I'm more motivated to continue the work than if I didn't move my body. And that's because, I move my body. And that's what was my next point. It's because I move my body as much as I can. Is it always every single day perfect? No. And it shouldn't be always perfect. It can't be always perfect. And that's something that I work on myself every single day. I'm like, okay, I really wanted to go for my walk. I really wanted to go to work out. I really wanted to more, even besides that, to exercises. I wanted to even move my body a third time. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go crazy, like relax, you know. But that's something that I worked on it. It's a daily thing to work on yourself. Next question. If not, we're gonna be here for a while. Describe one daily ritual that constantly elevates your performance. I would say moving my body, but I feel like I've already talked about that. But yeah. Unfortunately, I can tell you one thing. Well, one ritual is that drinking lots of water as well. Because honestly, you can't be performant if you don't drink enough water. Let's put aside working out and eating healthy. So for me, it's been like years. The first thing I do in the morning is to drink water. 2-3 cups of water. The first thing I do. No, actually, the first thing that I do besides brushing my teeth is to turn on my air purifier. That's the step one. And then I'll drink my water. I can't tell enough of great things of drinking water. It's simple as that, but it's not easy apparently. I started to work on my water intake even 10 years ago. I would force myself to drink water. And then with time, it's like, I can't without my water. Like everywhere I go, I have my water. Everywhere. I feel like you can't be high performant or just overall increase your performance if you don't drink enough water, because if you don't drink enough water, you won't think clearly. You will feel always tired. You will always feel like you don't have energy, but in reality, it's not that you don't have energy or you can't think clearly. It's because you are dehydrated. And that's one of the more important things to just not to perform well, but overall your health. Very, very important. If you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to drink water, like start with lemon water, put something or fruits inside the water. I don't know, you can have so many recipes that will help you to help you with your water intake. The sky is the limit. When you accomplished a big goal, what did you have to let go of to get there? Well, big goal. If you're a perfectionist, you know that nothing is big for us. It's like, what did you have to let go of to get there? My relationships with people. Not all people. Oh my God, yeah. Gotta talk about this. Before that, let's take a sip. This is your sign and reminder to drink your water as well. My relationships with people that I feel deep down they are not, whether it's not a match or they take my energy or they take out my peace or they just don't want what's the best, not just for me or for other people, but for them. Because when you want the best for you and you want to work on yourself, you will be kind and nice to others as well. But if you're unhappy with yourself, if deep down there are so many complaints, so many why this happened to me, why, and not how I'll get better, how I can make this better, how can I make my relationships better, how can I work on myself, what can I do? I can't be around those people anymore. I just can't. Not that I don't care or I'm a bad person or whatever. It's just I literally can't. Because it drags me down as well. So that means that it will drag and be unhealthy with the people around me that I love and I care. It will have an impact on my loved ones as well. But that's unfortunately because 99% of people are complainers. 99% of people don't want to get better, don't want to change, don't want to work on themselves. Because it's a hard work. Because it's unknown. You don't know which version of yourself you're gonna meet when you work on yourself. Most of the time it's the better version, yes. But it depends when you will quit in the middle of that or not. You will quit or not. Some people can't handle to face the reality of their own person. Meaning, they can't face their own fears or they can't face their own limitations. It's like they don't want to realize things that, oh, I rather don't know that I don't believe in myself, or I rather don't know that I don't love myself. Why? Do you really want to live in ignorance all over your life? Or once you know it, then you can know how to work on it. Then you can know how to make it better. Of course, it's easy to just ignore and be like, I don't want to know anything about me. I don't want to know anything about this life. I just want to have my routine, daily routines, and be miserable. That's what you want? I'm not telling you that once you work on yourself, magically you will not be miserable. No, because it's still work and we still do have bad days. Even if we work on ourselves, it's not that magically they disappear, but it gets better. Because once hard situations come up into your way, you are mentally strong enough to be like, okay, this situation came to me. How can I handle it the best way that I can in this journey that I'm in? That's the difference. But if you already listen to this kind of podcast, you want to work on yourself, and I'm happy for you. But unfortunately, this is not the case for everyone. And at the end of the day, it's their choices, it's their life, it's their decisions, but we all can make it better. Wow, okay. This is gonna be a hard one. What's a failure you're now grateful for and why? Failure. It's like, it's like, how can we be grateful for failures? Like, okay, I've learned for that failure. It's one thing when you say, okay, I've learned from this failure to not repeat the same mistake. It's another thing to be like, what you're grateful, like which failure you're grateful for. For me, it's like even more, challenge you to think as well. What's one failure that you're grateful for and why? It's like, because in my business life, like I don't call them failures. I just call them lessons. So for me, that's why my brain is like, error. What do you mean failure? So I call them lessons. Like if I did post something and it's embarrassing, or I shouldn't post it, or I said something, or a story time that I shouldn't say, it's like, oh, okay, I've learned. It's a lesson I've learned. It's not like I don't consider it as a failure. I think it's in my personal life, more just in general, my relationships with people. Because some of the relationships, yes, they were failures. I'm just talking in general. But I'm still grateful because it made me know people more, the type of people, like it made me to understand people more. And to know that not everyone has the same heart as yourself. Once you know it, you can detach yourself from situations that you don't want to be in. I think that's what I'm the most grateful, because if I didn't experience those hard situations, or, the relationships that weren't good enough for me, I wouldn't learn so much from it. You know what I mean? So am I happy that those situations happened? No, but I'm still grateful because I've learned so much. And now I know exactly what I want and I don't want, whether it's romantically or in a friendship environment. So yes, grateful, it's a big word, but still, like if I didn't go through those experiences, I wouldn't know much, and I still have room to grow. But yeah, that's what I would say that I'm grateful for. Okay, let's do one more. What's one thing you believed about success that turned out to be wrong? Again, so what's one thing you believed about success that turned out to be wrong? Oh, okay. That success for every single person is different. The definition of success. And I even remember a few years ago, one of my family members asked me, like, what's for you a successful person? And I was like, at that time, it was a few years ago, at that time I was like, interesting questions. Interesting question. For me, now this has different definition for everyone, and that's okay. But I used to believe that success was only related to financial part. That's like way before. Because that's what we see, especially on social media. Oh yeah, I'm successful. I have this much of money. But then with time it changed. Now, I feel like success is someone that is peaceful with themselves, has people around them that they can feel that they can support them, love them, care about them, that someone that takes care of their health, of their body, mind, spiritual aspect, that it's not in toxic environment, because in my opinion, you can't be successful if people around you are toxic, and in your mind, everything is toxic. It can be. And also the financial part, of course, because yes, we all like, oh, money doesn't buy happiness, money doesn't buy this or that, but it does help you when you need it regarding your health, taking care of others, your loved ones, your close ones. So in that, I'm seeing that more in that sense, and also gives you the chance and the freedom to, it can contribute to it, such as your health. Meaning you can start buying more organic, you can start paying more attention whatever you put in your body. You can have personal coach, so fitness coach, so you can take your health to another level. So of course it helps, but it's not the main goal, at least for me. I mean, yeah, of course I want to be able to provide to my kids, to my family, and then we can contribute to each other, of course. But it's not anymore, oh, I have this much money, I am successful. It's not that. You can have so much money and still be miserable, and for me, it's not a successful person. Because when one area of their life is suffering, so they will always be in their head, and they're in their mind and in their body, there will always be suffering as well, or not feeling the joy that they can feel. So for me, it's not anymore, oh, okay, it's only financial aspect. It's other things as well. Make someone successful. How he or she, they treat other people. Do they talk to other people nicely? To themselves nicely? So leave in the comments below what's your definition of success, or what you used to believe success was and versus now. If you want to share, I would love to read, and I love to read and respond. But yeah, it's crazy how it changes. Not just about success, but like if you were like, okay, what's gratitude for me? It was, maybe we can do other Q&As, but like what was gratitude for me now versus before versus now, or peace, you know, those things are really interesting because it shows you how you evolved in all these years. So very, very exciting. So that was all for today's video. I hope it was interesting and that you've learned a few things here and there. For me, it was hard as well. It was interesting as well, because again, I'm used to ask those questions, but I'm not used to respond to those questions. So yeah, very, very interesting. Anyway, guys, if you want to go to extra mile, respond to that questions yourself, and you'll see the magic of it. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and also ring the bell so you don't miss any healthy habits video, because we are having those once a week. Thank you again, and before I go, per usual, don't forget, don't give up for just one more day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.